Hello and welcome. If you're researching the best schools in Melbourne, here's the upfront truth. Demand is fierce, places are limited, and timelines start earlier than most families expect. Early planning isn't a nice to have. It's often the difference between an offer, a waitlist, or missing the window. Let's set the scene. The schools on many shortlists: Melbourne Grammar, Scotch, Brighton Grammar, PLC, NLC, Caulfield Grammar, Xavier, St. Kevin's. Plus selective entry options like Melbourne High, Mac Robertson Girls, Nossal, and Suzanne Corey run layered processes with strict cutoffs. Many independent schools open registrations at birth for prep. Selective entry timelines for Year 9 start when your child is in Year 8. Applications early in the year, exams mid-year. And it's not one form. It's assessments, interviews, scholarship tests, references, and plenty of logistics. Here's why early planning matters. The supply-demand imbalance is real. For key entry years, top schools often receive 3 to 4 applications per place. Add sibling priority, alumni connections, parish ties, boarding versus day, and the math gets tighter. Offers don't always go to the top score. They go to families who hit timelines and present a clear fit. What does that look like in Melbourne? First, deadlines land well in advance. Some independent schools close applications 12 to 24 months before intake. Offers can come months ahead, and deposits are due fast. Miss a deadline, and you're not late. You're out for that year. For selective entry Year 9, preferences must be set carefully, and scholarship testing adds separate dates through ACER or EduTest with their own paperwork. Second, assessments are holistic. Schools care about academics and fit, engagement, communication, values, community contribution. Interviews, student statements, teacher references, co-curricular evidence, and portfolios matter. Documents take time. Reports, NAPLAN, birth and immunization records, proof of address or visa, and learning profiles if your child has support needs. Start late and you'll scramble. Third, policies and nuance matter. Public school zoning is decisive. Catholic systems prioritize parish participation and primary to secondary pathways. Denominational schools may consider faith alignment. Boarding runs on its own track. Knowing how these frameworks affect your place in the queue changes outcomes. Now, by school type, independent private schools are the from-birth phenomenon. For prep and Year 7, early registration maximizes chances. Being on the list earlier improves your position, influenced by sibling and alumni status, school engagement, and alignment with values. In inner Southeast and Bayside, think Brighton Grammar and peers. Families often register years ahead for multiple entry points. Ongoing engagement helps. Open days, info sessions, and community events show fit. It's not a formal score, but it shapes impressions. Catholic schools can be more centralized, but not simpler. Parish and pathway priority matter, and evidence like baptism or parish connection can be important. Application windows may open early. And places aren't guaranteed if you delay. If you're aiming for a high-performing Catholic secondary, plan your calendar now and consider primary schools that support the pathway. Selective entry government schools are exam-driven for Year 9. Applications open early in Year 8. Testing is mid-year. Offers follow. Preparation helps. Practice exams, reading stamina, writing speed, timed problem solving. Be thoughtful with preferences. Don't just pick fame. Consider commute, culture, co-curriculars, and daily well-being. If equity provisions apply, learn the criteria early and gather documents. Public school zoning is straightforward but unforgiving. If you're relying on a zone, ensure your proof of address is solid and current. Moving late can be risky. Popular local schools may request extra documentation, and timing can influence placement. Scholarships are their own world. Tests are separate from admissions and run early each year. Academic, music, and general excellence scholarships may require auditions, portfolios, or coach references. Don't leave profiles to the last weekend. So, how do you turn this into a calm, confident plan? Here's a roadmap you can adapt for prep, year 5, or 7, or selective entry year 9. 24 to 36 months out, clarify goals. Shortlist 3 to 5 schools, a stretch. A strong match and a reliable backup. Visit campuses to feel the culture. Register early where it matters, especially independent prep and year 7. Build a simple family profile. One-page snapshot of strengths, interests, and support needs. Keep a log of co-curriculars, music grades, sport teams, leadership, and service. Introduce gentle academic habits. Nightly reading, problem-solving puzzles, consistent writing. 12 to 18 months out, audit requirements for each school. Put every deadline in your calendar with reminders. Book scholarship and aptitude tests if relevant. And plan realistic preparation. Little and often beats cramming. Ask teachers early for references. Confirm birth and immunization records, residency or visa documents, and learning support reports. For faith-based schools, gather sacramental or parish evidence and meet your parish if needed. For selective entry, begin timed practice, especially for writing. 6 to 9 months out, prepare for interviews and student statements. Help your child express why they want that school, what they enjoy learning, how they handle setbacks, where they've shown initiative. Practice conversation without scripting. Map transport and logistics. Can they manage the commute and still do sport, music, and family life? Build a fees plan. Tuition, levies, uniforms, devices, camps, and extras add up. For scholarships, confirm what's covered and ongoing expectations. As offer season approaches, compare value beyond brand names. Look at teaching approach, pastoral care, co-curricular breadth, class sizes, VCE or pathways flexibility, and support for both acceleration and extra help. If you receive multiple offers, accept one decisively and release others quickly. If waitlisted for a top choice, keep communication warm and concise. One meaningful update or a clear statement of continued interest is enough. For selective entry year 9, the final weeks before the exam should be steady, not frantic. Prioritize sleep, routine, quality reading for vocabulary, and timed practice for confidence. Teach pacing. Don't chase perfection on one question at the cost of finishing. Common pitfalls to avoid. Assuming NAPLAN will carry the weight. Schools read reports and effort, relying solely on rankings. Look for growth and value-added data. Underestimating documentation time. Portfolios and official records take longer than planned. Ignoring school culture. A great school on paper isn't great if the ethos doesn't fit. If you're moving to Melbourne or managing visas, start earlier. Availability shifts quickly, and proof of address or visa category can shape options. If your child needs learning support, share that proactively. Honest partnerships produce better outcomes. Let's end with a simple checklist you can start today. 1. Pick a target intake year and count back 12 to 36 months. 2. List exact deadlines for registrations, open days, scholarship tests, applications, and interviews. 3. Prepare a documents folder, digital and hard copy, with reports, certificates, immunization, birth or visa records, and references. 4. Set a light, regular study rhythm for aptitude and writing. Keep it positive. Visit schools and speak to current families to sense culture beyond the prospectus. 6. Plan finances and commute. Daily reality matters as much as prestige. 7. Create a Plan B and Plan C you'd still be happy to accept. Families who plan early report less stress and better outcomes. They don't scramble. They make thoughtful choices when offers arrive. And most importantly, their children step into new schools feeling prepared, not pressured. So if your child is even 2 years away from a key entry point, start now. Work backwards from your goal, map the milestones, and give yourselves the gift of time. In a city where top schools have more applicants than places, timing isn't everything, but it's the lever you control.